Support for Southwest Stages is provided by House Arts, web design, web application development, and, voice work. I'm on the web at housearts.com.
And by the Taos Solar Music Festival, held each summer at the Kit Carson Park in downtown Taos, New Mexico, the solar capital of the world. The festival provides music and interactive alternative energy displays. More information at solarmusicfest.com.
From the heart of the Southwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico, this is Southwest Stages. I'm your host, John Strader. On this edition of Southwest Stages, we'll travel back in time to the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival. The festival is held outdoors every June in Kit Carson Park in the heart of Taos, New Mexico. Each year, the Taos Solar Music Festival puts on an incredible show that features regional and international artists of many different styles of music. This multicultural event features 3 days of music on 2 stages. Alongside the music is a solar village with booths dedicated to renewable energy and solar power. The Taos Solar Music Festival is designed to highlight different musical genres while hoping to infuse the crowd with their message about renewable energy and eco-friendly communities. Even the smaller side stage is completely powered by the sun. In 2002, the festival featured a Texas artist that has his own style of country music, branded Best Western Music. His music and lyrics convey images of small-town life in Texas and the Southwest. So stay tuned to Southwest Stages this hour for music and interviews with Texas legend Robert Earl Keane.
It's a busted old town on the plains of West Texas. The drugstore's closed down and the rivers run dry. The semis roll through like stainless steel stallions, going hard, going fast, going wild. Rolling hard, rolling fast, rolling by. The mission still stands at the edge of the plateau. A stone marks the graves where the old cowboys lie, asleep in a town, just a young man, going hard, going fast, going wild. Rolling hard, rolling fast, rolling by. Driving down plain old Friday night picture. No big silver screen to light up the sky. And gone are the days of post-war time lovers, going hard, going fast, going wild. Rolling hard, rolling fast, rolling by. I stand here at the last filling station while the wind moans a dirge to a coyote's cry. I jump in my car out of my highway, going hard, going fast, going wide, rolling on, rolling fast, rolling on. Thank you! Yeah, I wash my face, I comb my hair, I put a clean shirt on. Yeah, she's too lonesome here since she's been gone. The birds and the bees are shaking the trees, talking politics. Fox and Ann are hanging around, living in a bigger sticks. I'm going to town. It's a Friday night. I'm over you now, don't slow me down. Go to town, let's go. Well, I fell asleep in my easy chair. I didn't wake up until dawn. Look out the window, I saw no way, man, and say where I belong. Yeah, the cows in the corners, the bull by horns, and laid it back in the barn. Telling myself I'm through missing you. Got to get off of this clumps, I'm going to town. It's a Friday night. I'm over you now, don't slow me down. Going to town, yeah. duck, putting her in gear. Getting another minute, wonder what I'm doing here. There's a place on the horizon where the lights shine bright. Backing up a bigger truck, I'm going there tonight. I'm going to town. It's a Friday night. I'm over you now, don't slow me down. I'm going to town. I'm going to town. It's a Friday
All right, I'm here at the Taos Solar Music Festival in Taos, New Mexico, Kit Carson Park, backstage with Robert Earl Keene. How are you doing there, Robert?
Very well, thank you.
You travel all around the Southwest, do festivals all over. What do you think of this festival and its unique, solar aspect of the whole situation?
Well, I mean, Taos is a pretty special place. Has some real interesting history with all the writers and artists, and then just the vibe itself is a nice, I guess, what would you say, organic sort of vibe, and everyone seems to be really friendly, and it makes for a real good time and an easy place to play.
Now, Southwest Stages, our whole mission is to kind of travel the Southwest looking for music that's uniquely Southwestern or just things here in the Southwest. And your music is uniquely fits the bill there, being so incredibly Texas music, but really your own style that I mean, a lot of your songs are road songs or songs about the Southwest, being in the Southwest, dealing with issues in the Southwest. And tell me about the Southwest, how it's special to your heart and how you bring that into your music.
My music comes from a certain amount of visual images, and I write from visual images, and I've lived other places other than the Southwest, and for some reason I feel very at home with the visual images here. When I write songs, I try to at first paint a picture in my songs with the first verse or so, and then try to create some kind of meaning or plot line within a chorus or something. But I always paint the picture right off the bat in any kind of song, and they almost always reflect where I live, which is here in Texas.
When people hear Texas music or Texas sound, what do you think really defines what Texas music is?
I think you need to ask a musicologist. I really people that have come from Texas are so broad and diverse, and the state's so large. I generally think of sort of a country-based music, but there's so much blues in Texas, and there's even some legitimate jazz. You wouldn't actually say there's some legitimate bluegrass, but I would say it's a music based on people and community feeling would be the closest thing that I could say. And whatever instruments you use might define the sound of the music, but the meaning and the feel and the soul of the music has to do with the people and their love of getting together.
And does that, by bringing in like the Hispanic cultures here in the Southwest, bringing that into your music, is that part of what you're talking about?
That certainly falls into my music, and I've heard it, in everything back to some of Bob Wills's music. So yeah, sure, it's it's a cultural overlap when you start somewhere around about Texarkana and go all the way to say Nogales or something. Some call me high, some call me old, but I'm old and what I am we are. I'm planning and goes on, and I'm rolling fast, rolling steady. I ain't got no blood veins, just got them 4 lanes of hard Amarillo highway. I don't wear no stats, son, but I'm winning the bets, son, that I'm big a Texan as you are. There's a girl in her bare feet asleep on the back seat, and that trunk's full of Shiner Bock and Lone Star. Planning goes on, and I'm rolling dust, rolling daddy. I ain't got no blood veins, just got them 4 lanes of hard Amarillo. bust a hump for the golden spread of the blue skies. Most of them hide behind some fire glide and get some southern pride like my got them 4 lanes hard up or low. There goes I'll never get to heaven. It's making me speed up over 87 on Amarillo. Live from Kit Carson Park in Taos, New Mexico, I'm Robert Earl Keene at the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival, and you're listening to Southwest Stages Radio. Huh? It's so dry up here? Well, it's wonderful Taos water, see? You know, it's nice to live in a town that you can name some water after and say, hey, that sounds pretty good. Because, I mean, you know, Houston would not dare do that right there. Would they? No, they wouldn't. Oh, no. That's right. Bosnia water. Nice. Yeah, thank you. That's right. So anyway, this is called The Way the Wild Wind Blows. Kick it up! Main Street after sundown, good time Charlie and Wandering Bill thought they might hold up his driving. One got away, one never will, and that's why I think everybody knows. I guess everybody knows. And that's a song I've been singing for years. But that's the way the wild wind blows. And too tall Annie kept her money in the Bible she never read, and they found Lefty, her first ex-husband, in his new pickup truck at the bottom of the riverbed. And that's why it goes around here. I think everybody knows. I guess everybody knows. That's a song I've been singing for years. And that's the way the wild wind blows. And it blows. Luther Martin, he ain't got nobody, but he sells papers and bides his time. His great granddaddy on half of Main Street, Luther's daddy didn't have a dime. Goes around here. I think everybody knows. I guess everybody knows. And that's a song I've been singing for years. That's the way the wild wind blows. old Knox Skinner wrote prescriptions, made lots of friends. 40 could dance like nobody's business, and folks around here are still missing hands, and that's why it goes around here. Everybody knows, that's a song I've been singing for years. That's the way the wild wind blows. It blows. Having fun in the sun here at Kit Carson Park. I'm Robert Earl Keene at the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival, right here on the Southwest Stages Radio. There's one about our old friend Copenhagen Snow. Now I went out last Sunday with my little Mary Ann. She said, please stay till Monday, and she grabbed me by the hand. She laid a big one on me, surprised me with her tongue, but her surprise was waiting there between my cheek and gum. Copenhagen, what a flavor. Copenhagen, you can see it in my smile. Copenhagen, do yourself a favor, chew. Copenhagen, drive the pretty girls wild. Drive 'em wild. So I went to the movies with my little Betty Sue. I had my dip there in my lip, just like I always do. She didn't know I spit in my Coca-Cola cup. She took a great big swallow, then threw her popcorn up. Copenhagen, what a flavor. Copenhagen, you can see it in my smile. Copenhagen, do yourself a favor, chew. Copenhagen, all the pretty girls wine. The moral of this story is so very sad but true. If you stay till breakfast, girl, they'll want to marry you. So try my little method, and I promise you no doubt, lips of Copenhagen if you want to snuff them out. Copenhagen, what a flavor. Copenhagen, you can see it in my smile. Copenhagen, do yourself a favor, chew. Copenhagen, drive the pretty girls wild. Copenhagen, drive the pretty girls wild. Oh yeah. Here's a little song about barbecue. That's right. If you're a vegetarian, you can just substitute the word barbecue for tofu and it works just as well. Oh, when I was a little boy, only 1 or 2. The second thing I did enjoy was a plate of barbecue. Barbecue, sliced beef and bread, ribs and sausage in a cold big red. Barbecue makes old ones feel young. Barbecue makes everybody someone. If you're feeling puny, you don't know what to do, treat yourself to some meat. Oh, eat some barbecue. There was once this girl I knew, or maybe it was two girls. They treated me so mean, so I offered them my barbecue. They licked my platter clean. Barbecue slices, beef and bread, ribs and sausage in a cold bigger red. Barbecue makes old ones feel young. Barbecue, I wish I had some. If you're feeling puny, you don't know what to do, treat yourself to some meat. Oh, eat some barbecue. Now don't give me no broccoli, cause I don't like it, or any Swiss fondue, cause I don't know how to work it. Baby, if you wanna rock me, give me good old barbecue. Barbecue slices, beef and bread, ribs and sausage, that's what I said. Barbecue makes old ones feel young. Barbecue, a jalapeno and an onion. If you're feeling beauty, you don't know what to do, treat yourself to some meat. Oh, eat some barbecue. Oh, it's barbecue. Bill went back on the bass. Give it to him. Those big, fat, brisket-like fat notes. I mean, I'm having a heart attack here. This barbecue put on the grease, put on the sauce. You're killing me, Marty. You're killing me. Put some more on it. Put some more. Should go, cause the devil's got a charcoal pit and a good fight down below. Barbecue, sliced beef and bread, ribs and sausage, that's what I said. Barbecue makes old ones feel young. Barbecue, yum. If you're feeling puny, you don't know what to do, treat yourself to some meat. Touch your feet, hit the street, find a good place to eat, get some barbecue. Thanks so much.
Robert Earl Keen captured live at the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival, held every June in Kit Carson Park in the heart of Taos, New Mexico. I'm your host, John Strader, and you're listening to Southwest Stages. We'll have much more music, and I'll talk backstage with Robert Earl Keen coming up right after this short break.
For all the interpretive dancers out there, I hear a splash. Yeah. Come on, people, interpret. Oops. Lord have mercy, it's a 5-pound hound.
Southwest Stages Radio travels the Southwest to bring you great live music recorded at venues, concerts, and festivals. Join our forum and vote for your favorite show at southweststages.org. Southwest Stages would like to thank our broadcast partners: KOTL 91.7 FM in Telluride, Colorado, KAVC 89.9 FM in Amarillo, Texas, and KCIE 90.5 FM in Dulce, New Mexico.
Now, your music to me, I mean, it's one of your songs. You were talking about how you were trying to define the category because you're so, your music has so many levels in it, and you came up with the idea of best Western music, and I'd like you talk a little bit more about that because you're not necessarily country, you're not this, you're not that, but to me, I mean, your music really does speak to what the Southwest truly is.
Right. I've always struggled with defining music, and I understand why people try to define music and categorize music so they can find it in their local bin, in their local retail outlet or something like that. And I do the same. I mean, I would much prefer be able to just read through a card catalog and figure out something than have to ask somebody and they go, "Oh, well, that's over here," under lizards. And I think that that's all legitimate. That being said, it's impossible for me to categorize my music. I can't really write a country song regardless of how hard I try. I am not, I grew up on country music and bluegrass music, and I'm not really a true rocker, but I like really loud distorted electric guitars. And so I just like bits and pieces. I mean, the best I can say is just, I'm a product of, the ongoing generation or the ongoing next generation of what music will be is a continued recombination of different instruments and different ways of putting across one's viewpoint.
I know that a lot of what people today in popular culture think of as country really isn't country. I mean, what you see on CMT or whatever, it's really pop nowadays. And I mean, with Shania Twain or whatever. And what's it going to take for country to get back to its roots? Do you think, or for at least the mainstream population to find out about artists like you who really are authentic Southwestern style music artists?
The Great Depression too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we headed there now?
I don't know about that. I don't know if we're politically headed for some kind of huge depression, but the problem with country music right now is the money. At the very top levels, there's a lot of money, and that means that people cheat and create different ways of, really defrauding the public with images and sounds, and that music is not real. It doesn't sound real. A lot of times people won't even remember it because they know it's not real. It's somewhere in their consciousness. And so the only thing that's would ever really save, if we're talking about country music, really save country music, is everybody to go broke for a little while, and then people would get back to their roots and what seems more honest about music. There's too much money in country music.
So maybe if we had a Great Depression too, jazz and country would come back big.
It's in times of economic prosperity, art always suffers. It suffers greatly, and for those exact reasons, because people believe that they want to follow their dream of art, and they may not really have the talent, or they may not really, have any desire other than just to see their face on television or on a billboard, and so they use money and advertising and today technology to get around the people who truly spend all their time thinking about art and music, and that takes up a lot of your brain, and you don't have time to sit around and try to figure out how to market yourself all the time. Now there are exceptions to that rule, definitely, but overall, in times of economic prosperity, art suffers.
So we won't be seeing you on CMT anytime soon, you don't think?
I don't think so. I mean, I wouldn't say that I would, turn down the opportunity to be there because, I mean, it's part of my career, part of my goal to have more people hear my songs and stuff like that. But I don't really fit that.
Now, if you were going to do a video, would it be as wacky as some of your songs? Do you have fun with it?
Obviously, I mean, I did do a video of my Christmas song, and that was real fun. But for instance, CMT wouldn't play it, so there you go.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much for spending your time with us here on Southwest Stage, Robert.
My pleasure, John. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you very much.
This old porch is just a big old red and white urban bull standing under a mesquite tree. And I went to Texas, he just keeps on playing hide and seek with that hot August sun. He's sweating in a pen, his work is never done. No, he's got them cows and that red top cane. This old porch is just a steaming grease and played enchiladas with lots of cheese and onions, a guacamole salad. You can get them at the La Salle Hotel in old downtown with iced tea and a waitress who'll smile every time. Yeah, she will. I left a quarter tip on my $10 bill. This old porch is a palace walking on the Main Street, Texas. Ain't never seen or heard the day. A GNR Nexus, that 62 poster that's almost faded down, and it's screened without a picture since John came to town. Oh, here we go. Rich brother to the early guitar. This is just about the nicest weather anybody could have for a festival. I mean, I've played a lot of festivals over the years, but this is just, like even the sun is sort of shaded there. It's not even in your eyes. The air's nice and cool. Marty over here on the steel was telling me about a festival that he played at Phoenix a few years back. On the steps of the Capitol, it was 117 degrees. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon with the sun shining in your face. I think I'd have to call the musicians union on that one. There's a problem with this. I don't do this. I don't play in hell. Thank you very much. This is a song I wrote with my friend Lyle Lovett, whom I saw recently in San Antonio about 3 weeks ago. Before we went out on this little tour, and while he was in San Antonio, he was playing. You may or may not know this, but he got his leg crushed by a bull about 4 months ago. So he crutches out there on the stage and sits down in a chair and plays 2.5 hours or something like that. It was amazing. So I go down there to see him, and he calls me up and asks me if I'll come and sing this song with him. So I go up there, and I knew all about his leg and everything, but I hadn't seen him since it had happened. And I got up there and looking at his crutches, thinking about singing this song, getting ready to sing my part of this song and all. And I looked down and I saw his leg, and I went, oh my God, I almost passed out, man. It was bizarre. It was like it had this cage around it, like a minute trap. I don't know if you've ever seen a minute trap, but they're big old kind of a cylindrical piece of wire. And anyway, this thing was around his leg with wires sticking out everywhere. And I went, My God, how many stations do you get with that thing? So after that, I go back. He plays another hour or so and comes back. People are clapping for him to do an encore and everything. And he says, what should I do? I said, I'd take a handful of Viking and lay down for a while is what I'd do. He said, no, I mean for an encore. I said, you're crazy. Then he crutched back out there and played another 30 minutes or something. Much bigger man than I am. This song is also about the kind of music that we play up here. I'll imagine some of you might have talked one or two of your friends into coming down and saying, you know, we got to see this guy. And your friend said, well, what kind of music does he play? And you said, well, you know, it's kind of like country music, but it's not really country music because he doesn't sing all that well and everything. But it's not really bluegrass music because I'm not sure what bluegrass music is anymore anyway. It's not folk music because you never want to be caught in the folk category because people might blacklist you from another McCarthyism sort of era that we might be going through and we not know it, you know? So you don't want to be in the folk category. Anyway, I've wrestled with this problem as you may have when you were trying to explain it to your friends. For years I've wrestled with this problem, and the other day I was laying in my bed in my motel room just looking out the window, daydreaming, thinking, you know, what kind of music is this that I'm playing? And it came to me, you know, right there in my motel room, looking out the window. It was a revelation, an epiphany, a beacon in the night. Best Western music, that's right. All right, best Western music. If you stay till 6:30 in the morning, you get a free continental breakfast. And what better music to play in Kit Carson Park, right? Best Western. This old poach is just a weather gray-haired 70 years in Texas. He's doing all he can not to give in to the city. And he always takes a real lane so long as I run his cattle. He picks me up at dinner time. I listen to him rattle. He says the Brazos still runs money like she's run all along. There ain't never been no cane to grind. The cotton's all but gone. You know this Chevrolet pickup truck, she's some back in 60. And there won't nobody listen to him, cause they all think he's crazy. So for just a long time waiting and forgetting, remembering the coming back. I crying about the leaving and remembering the falling down and the laughter of the curse of love from all those passers by. You said we'd never get back. This old boat's just something on red wine, urban bulls standing under a mesquite tree. I didn't know what they'll say. This keeps on playing night to sleep with that hot August sun. He's sweating and a pan, cause his wife is never done. I know a whole lot of old bulls in my life, and their work is never done. Ladies and gentlemen, Rich Brotherton on the guitar. Tom Van Skyke on the drums. Bill Whitbeck on the bass and the harmonica. Your friend of mine, Marty Muse on the pedal steel and lap steel and the keyboards. And wonderful, delicious, mouth-watering water. Anyway, we haven't played this song the last couple of nights, and we just had a request for it on like a, you know, like on a zigzag paper, so I hadn't had a request like that. No, it's the creative requests that get honored, really. And then cash is always appreciated. Man outside works for me. His name is Money, I know. He cuts and trims the grass for me. He makes the flowers bloom. He says that he comes from a place not far from Guanajuato. It's 2 days on a bus from here, a lifetime from this room. I fix his meals and talk to him in my own broken Spanish. He points at things and tells me names of things that I can't recall. And sometimes I just can't be helped from wondering who this man is, and if when he is gone, will he remember me at all? I've watched him close, he works just like a piston in an engine. He only stops to take a drink and smoke a cigarette. When the day is ended, I look outside my window. There on the horizon, Mariano silhouette. He sits upon a stone in the southeasterly direction. I know my charts, I know that he is thinking of his home. I've never been the sort to say I'm into intuition, but I swear I see the faces of the ones he calls his own. Their skin is brown as potter's clay, their eyes void of expression. Their hair is black as widow's dreams, their dreams are all but gone. They're ancient as a vision of a sacrificial virgin, and in the sun is crying from a baby being born. And they hover around a dying flame and pray for his protection. Their prayers are often answered by his letters in the mail. He sends them colored figures he cuts from strips of paper, and all his weekly wages, saving them for himself. It's been a while since I've seen the face of Mariano. The border guards, they came one day and took him far away. I hope that he is safe down there and home in Guanajuato. I worry though, I read there's revolution every day. Hey, baby. Thanks so much. Best Western music at the Kit Carson Park at the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival. Robert Earl Keane, and this is Southwest Stages. There was a waitress at the old John town. She had a reputation as a girl who'd been around. Down Main Street at midnight, a brand new bag of cigs, a fresh one hanging from her lips, a beer between her legs. She'd ride down to the river and meet with all her friends. The road goes on forever and the party never ends. Sonny was a loner, he was older than the rest. He was going to the Navy, but he couldn't pass the test. So he hung around town, he sold a little pot. The law got wind of Sonny and one day got caught. But he was back in business, and they set him free again. The road goes on forever, and the party never ends. Son's playing ball at George Sherwood. Son's looking at town and put his hand in the chair skirt. Son takes blue cue, like drug out on the floor. Stuffed a dollar in a dip jar, walked on out the door. She's running right behind him, reaching for his hand. The road goes on forever, the party never ends. Come to his pickup, son jammed me down gear. Son looked at the chair, let's get on out of here. The stars high above him, the moon was in the east. The sun was setting on him, they reached Miami Beach. They got a hotel by the water, ordered a Bombay gin. The road goes on forever, the party never ends. Let's see, ran out of money, but son a new man. Refugees and down the contraband. Sent him at the Cubans, the house inside the roof with a briefcase on the money, pistol in his bed, cards on the table, log and busting in. The road goes on forever, the party never ends. The Cubans got goodies, the son grabbed the jack. He broke about him when he climbed on out the back. Sure knows the bigger down on the side. Well, on my time Sonny was reading him his ride. She stepped into the alley, the single shot 14. The road goes on forever, the party never ends. After midnight, just like it was before. 21 months later, at the local grocery store. Sheriff buys paper, the cold 6-pack of beer. The headlines read that Sonny is going to the chair. She pulls back on Main Street in her new Mercedes Benz. The road goes on forever, the party never ends.
Well, that's all the time we have on this edition of Southwest Stages. You've been listening to Robert Earl Keen, recorded live at the 2002 Taos Solar Music Festival in Taos, New Mexico. I would like to thank Robert Earl Keen for allowing Southwest Stages to record his performance for this broadcast. I'd also like to take this time to thank some of the people who made this show possible. Thanks go out to Melissa and Rosetta Management, Dan Sherman, Don Richardson, and the staff, volunteers, and sponsors of the Taos Solar Music Festival, John, Pete, and Rich at Shaped Sound, Brad Hockmeyer and KTAO Solar Powered Radio, Ear to the Ground, Tristan Klum and KUNM Radio, and Rob Leidick, Chris Sanchez, and Bates RV Rental of Albuquerque. Southwest Stages would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of our volunteer staff. I'd like to take this time to thank the Southwest Stages crew. Engineer and Technical Director Chip Borton. Engineer and Operations Manager Nola Daves Moses. Engineers and Production Axel Corral and Brandon Kennedy. Audiovisual Specialist Jim Flynn. And logistical support provided by Will Moses. Special thanks go out to Daphne Strader for all of her love and support. The engineer for this show was Nola Daves Moses. For a schedule of upcoming shows, broadcast times, member stations, or more information, please check out our website at southweststages.org. If you like what you're hearing on Southwest Stages, please visit our website's forum at southweststages.org and vote for your favorite show. The shows with the most votes will be played again later in the season. For questions and comments, send email to strader@southweststages.org. That's STRADER@southweststages.org. I'm John Strader, the producer and host of Southwest Stages. Thank you so much for listening. Tune in next week as we hit the road in search of more great live music around the Southwest, right here on Southwest Stages.
Southwest Stages would like to thank Bates Motorhome Rental of Albuquerque. Bates offers a full line of motorized and towable RVs for recreational use. Bates, in business since 1973, has a network of locations in the United States and Canada. That's Bates Motorhome Rental of Albuquerque, 505-610-1264, or on the web at batesintl.com.
Somebody's walking. Somebody.
Next time on Southwest Stages, we'll travel to the Paramount nightclub in Santa Fe, New Mexico for an evening with legendary Louisiana Zydeco ambassador, Buckwheat Zydeco. Tune in for music and interviews as Southwest Stages brings you high-energy Zydeco music from the Bayou Country with the man, Buckwheat Zydeco.